Find me an apple tree? Apple tree? Let's go find an apple tree. Oh, I think I see one. Is that a good one?
No.
Are you sure?
No.
I'm not sure either. We have to check. Hi, my name is Ariel, and this is my channel. Here we talk about all things botanical and herbal. Today's plant of the day is the apple. Yeah, the really common fruit that a lot of us eat, hopefully. The apple is an aesthetic achievement, as we see in the abundance of art that it has inspired throughout the ages. Today we'll go through the origins, herbal history, health benefits, mythology, and practical uses of this beloved fruit. The apple is one of nature's divinely perfect spheres. That sounds funny to say. It's a perfect balance between sweet and sour. The apple is healthy and tasty in juices, pies, jellies, and many other preparations. Apples have been with us, we humans, for at least 10,000 years that we know of. The Latin name for apple is Malus. Malus is a genus name that contains many apple-like species. Malus pumila or Malus domesticata are the apples we know today. Domesticata means domesticated, and pumila means apple. Apples are in the rose family, along with the peach, the plum, and the pear, and many other berries and fruits. The culinary apple has been hybridized for millennia, as is the case of most food that we eat today. We have the Chinese and Slavic to thank for breeding wild apple species until they came up with the perfect dessert apple. In fact, ancient Eurasia is responsible for about half of all the fruit we eat today. The wild ancestor of the apple is called Malus sieversii. It is still found in what is now modern-day Kazakhstan. Strangely, the Celts had already domesticated the apple long before the Romans ever came to their shores. Let's geek out for a second and talk about the health benefits of the apple. Does an apple a day actually keep the doctor away? Let's find out. Apples have really good for you chemicals like polyphenols and flavonoids. Those are phytonutrients that prevent chronic illnesses like cancer and diabetes and all sorts of terrible things that you don't want to happen for your health. Apples are considered cooling and moistening in the Chinese medical tradition, and they're especially cooling and moistening to the lung system. So that'll prevent dry coughs, that'll help your voice sound nicer, that'll just help your respiratory system work well. Apples support your cardiovascular system by keeping your arteries clean and low of triglyceride buildup, reducing your risk of stroke and heart attack. Apples have quercetin in them, which is a special type of flavonoid that reduces your allergies and your general histamine response. Quercetin can of course be purchased in supplement form. I personally use it for my allergies, but it's so much easier to just get your vitamins, your minerals, and your phytonutrients from your food. Apples also have calcium and boron and other beneficial minerals in them, and these, when eaten, can increase your bone density and just be good for your skeleton. Apples can brighten your teeth and whiten your skin, and all you have to do is eat them or cut them up and slap them on your skin, or you could go to Sephora and buy malic acid, which is the active ingredient that brightens your teeth and skin. And that would also be very effective. But I prefer to just walk around with slices of apples on my face. Am I pretty yet? I'm doing my best. Apples also contain pectin. Pectin is great for your digestive system. It's good for your happy, beneficial gut flora. Pectin is the same thing that you make jelly out of. And pectin also can help chelate heavy metals out of your body. I don't know where you got those. It's a crazy world, but some of us have heavy metal toxicity. Apples promote acetylcholine production in the body. Now, acetylcholine is a vital neurotransmitter that keeps your nervous system humming along like a beautiful new Jeep. Acetylcholine is necessary for proper nerve conduction and muscle use. Wow, that's a lot of things that this little fruit does, and yet it's so ordinary and commonplace. The best apples are heirloom varieties. Heirloom varieties are closer to the wild type. They're older cultivars of apples, and some varieties you might recognize are Granny Smith, Gravenstein, Jonna Gold, Fuji, this is a Braeburn, and Honeycrisp. There are so many heirloom varieties, and what they all have in common is that they have slightly lower sugar, more phytonutrients than more modern cultivars of apples that have more sugar. At the end of the day, it's just good to eat fruit in general, so don't worry about that too much. But do consider supporting your local farmer's market for many reasons, including that one. So cozy up, have a drink, fermented or otherwise, make a pot of tea, and we're going to tell some stories. Today we're going to talk about Idunna and her golden apples. Now, Idunna was the goddess of immortal beauty. She was in the Aesir pantheon, which is the new gods, as opposed to Vanir, the old gods. There was a lot of drama between these tribes of mythical warriors, but we're not going to get into that today. What we're going to talk about is Idunna's golden apples. Idunna's golden apples bequeathed immortality and endless beauty to her brothers and sisters. Until one day, she was kidnapped by the giant Thiazi. This, of course, was Loki's fault. If I were to summarize every Nordic legend for you, it would be that it was Loki's fault. Loki bargained with this sky giant, and this resulted in Idunna being captured by him and held hostage. She was pretty unhappy about this, as one can imagine. In her absence, her brothers and sisters, the other gods, they all got old and wrinkly and tired, and their joints ached, and they just didn't want to get out of bed and go have breakfast in Valhalla anymore. All the gods are really upset with Loki, so they're like, Loki, do something, get her back. So Loki flies to Thiazi, the giant's lair, in the form of a falcon. He transforms Idunna into a nut, like a walnut. He grasps her in his talons, flies into the sky, but then Thiazi transforms himself into a big old eagle and chases little falcon Loki. So Loki is flying back to Asgard, and he tricks Thiazi into flying over this big old bonfire that the gods have built. Thiazi the giant's eagle feathers catch on fire, he dies, Idunna is returned. Presumably, she's turned back into a goddess and not just a walnut forever. And then everybody gets to eat these apples again, and all is well in the world. And that, my friends, is a rare instance of Loki actually fixing his problems. I feel like Iduna should have been more of a central character to this story. She's really cool, and she is the wife of the god of poetry. His name is Bragi. I think he brags a lot. Cheers to Iduna. Fun fact, Iduna, am I saying that right? She's the name of the mom from Frozen. I can't possibly cover all of the mythology and legends from around the world, so I focus on Norse mythology, which is super fun, part of my ancestry, and it's enjoying a great revival. Thanks, History Channel. Did y'all know that Johnny Appleseed, American mythical hero who planted apples all across the USA so that we all could have these lovely apple boys, he didn't plant those to make apple pie and stuff or have a healthy snack. He planted those to make hard cider, which was a huge thing back then. So cheers to him. Thanks, Jordan. Thank y'all so much for watching. This has been Plant of the Day featuring the apple. If you like this sort of herbal information videos, consider subscribing and liking this video, and check out my Instagram where I post shorter form herbal write-ups every week, sometimes twice a week if I'm feeling productive. And let me know in the comments what plant or herb or fruit or botanical thing that you'd like me to cover next. Alright, bye! Let's put these into a pie or something. Should we do a baking channel? No.